Hello, my friends. This is A Horse and His Beer. I am your host, Pony, and I am drinking on this beer. You've arrived for the joke corner on religion. Why religion, you ask? Well, because everybody needs to believe in something, except for the people who need to believe in nothing. So I guess it's because everybody needs to believe in something, and some of us need to believe in nothing. But first, the beer. So we are enjoying this Forbidden Fire. It is from Martin House Brewing Company. They are in Fort Worth, Texas. It is a whiskey barrel-aged Imperial Cinnamon Ale. I don't know what that means either. 17.1% ABV, 7 IBU. At that point, the IBU don't matter. I mean, this is like 4+ rattlers in a single beer. Like, goodbye. There's 2 elements to the art. This is pretty cool. And then we got the can, which is kind of a similar thing. It's very, very nice art. We got here. So cinnamon, not a lot of booze. Sweet. There's something like fruity. It's almost like a candy smell. Take a look at it here. It is absolutely not opaque. I mean, this kind of looks like a kettle sour or something. I mean, it's very peach. It's opaque. You can't see through it. It's kind of carbonated. I don't think you can see the bubbles, but there's plenty to it. Let's get into it. I feel like this is laying on a kettle sour because it's a very sweet base all the way through. Even with that cinnamon blast with the hint of whiskey, it comes back into that kettle sour sweetness with a cinnamon overlay. All right, we got this from Tabor. I am checking in on Untappd. My name is Plorpington, Plorpington. Come find me, let's drink a beer. Good Lord, help me. Taking a quick picture. Womp. Standard flavor profile on this one is cinnamon, sweet, spicy, barrel aged, and syrupy. So while it is barrel aged, apparently for 3.5 months, according to the can, I'm not going to give it barrel aged because I don't taste a lot of barrel. I taste the whiskey, I taste the cinnamon, I don't taste barrel. I'm going to be lazy and I'm going to go with cinnamon, sweet, and spicy for very obvious reasons, but I'm going to go ahead and say the last one is syrupy. And that's just kind of what I'm using to describe what I think was a kettle sour base. It's got that sweet, fruited kind of thing. A lot of fire on top of it. It hurts a little bit. I mean, it tastes delicious, but the rest of me is going to regret this at some point in the next 48 hours. I need to reconcile that later, but not right now. Take this opportunity to ask you to like and subscribe because I am abusing myself for you. What do I need to do to get you to hit a couple buttons for me? We are checked in, and given that drinking this beer is an act of faith in itself, let's tell some jokes on religion. A priest, a rabbi, and an atheist all walk into a bar. The bartender looks up and says, "Is this a joke? I found religion after meeting Mike Tyson." Yeah, dude punched me right in the face. There are 3 religious truths. Number 1, the Jews do not recognize Jesus. Number 2, Protestants do not recognize the Pope. Number 3, Baptists do not recognize each other in a liquor store. I don't drink alcohol for religious reasons. I drink it for all the other reasons. My coworkers worship me. Every time I show up to the office, they say, "Jesus Christ." Did you hear about the dyslexic devil worshiper? He sold his soul to Santa. Why couldn't the cow start a church? It wasn't pasteurized. What do you get when you mix holy water with laxatives? A religious movement. What is a priest's favorite weapon? Nunchucks. Nunchucks. What's the primary religion practice at the North Pole? Santeria. What do you call a religious rabbit? A prey animal. A rabbi and a mom and a pastor all walk into a bar. Nobody talks about religion and everyone has a wonderful night. There was no pretension, and this is going to bring it home. What do you call a book club that's been stuck on the same title for decades? A church. And that is it. I mean, I wasn't worried about going to hell before, but now. This was A Horse and His Beer. I am your host, Pony. I drank on this beer. This was Forbidden Fire from Martin House Brewing. They are in Fort Worth, Texas. This was a whiskey barrel-aged Imperial Cinnamon Ale that I am going to regret for more than one reason. Primarily because it was 17.1% ABV, but the secondary reason is because it hurts my body. I feel it. This was the joke corner on religion. All these jokes were stolen. I took them from UpJoke, who takes it from other places. A few of these were individually attributed, but I didn't tell them because I don't. That's a lot of work to have to put your name across the bottom. Jesus Christ, I'm just one man. Since this was the joke corner on religion, I'm going to attempt to guilt you into clicking the like and subscribe button again. You know what happens now. Take care of yourself, take care of each other. Don't be a dick, do not be a dictator, and watch out for that mental health, my friends. Cheers. It burns. And this is the one day where it pays not to believe in hell.